to my channel. Today's video is a very exciting one. I'm excited to make it and I hope you guys like it. As you saw in the title, it's called 5 Looks, 1 Palette. And the palette that we're going to be using today is the infamous Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This palette, not mine. My friend Jane Rossi, she is here on YouTube. I've done a couple of videos that I've mentioned her in the past. She is amazing. She is the owner of this Thirsty palette right here. She sent it to me because I wanted to see it and borrow it and film a video with it. And so she sent me her palette for me to use. And not only did she send me her palette, but she bought the entire Thirsty lip collection. I have it right here, all of the different colors, and she sent them to me so that I would try them as well. I'm currently wearing one of them and I kind of use them all throughout the video. You'll see why. So anyways, thank you so much, Jane. You guys have to check out her channel. I didn't do swatches of the eyeshadows and this video is not a review. This is just me giving you guys ideas on 5 different looks you can create with this palette. So if you guys want to see a review of the palette, go over to Jane's channel. I'm going to link her channel down below and I'm going to link her video on this palette down below so that you guys can see it. She is so sweet, so amazing. I definitely recommend that you guys go over there and say hi and subscribe to her. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up are very appreciated, and I want to make this into a series, so I have a lot of palettes that I can make this video with. So let me know in the comments down below or by liking my video whether you want me to continue doing this or not. I thought it was a cool idea to create 5 different looks with one palette, because normally we review a palette and we'll do swatches and we'll do one look with it, but there's people who maybe want to see more looks with that same palette. So that is why I'm making this video, which hopefully will grow into a series if you guys want it to. So make sure you let me know, and I will be posting pictures on all of these looks individually on my Instagram, and I've been snapping about it while I'm filming it. So if you guys want to see behind the scenes type of little clips that I film the days that I'm making these YouTube videos, make sure you're following me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. So the link for all of those is right here, is at Patty C. Alonso. Today I was posting a bunch of stuff on my Insta stories and Snapchat while I was filming this video, so those of you who follow me there got to see little sneak peeks of what's coming. This is a long intro, I'm so sorry. Let's just go ahead and get started with look number 1. First thing we're doing is I'm grabbing my MAC Painterly paint pot. This one is my favorite eyelid primer and my number 57 Sephora Collection concealer brush, and I'm just patting that primer all over my eyelid from brow to lashes and then a little bit underneath as well. This is my favorite eyelid primer. So to begin this eye tutorial, I'm starting with the color Parched. This is a little bit of a bone type color. It's a little bit darker than my complexion, so I'm not putting it all over. I am skipping right underneath the brow, but I'm putting it all over my crease and all over my eyelid with my Morphe M504 brush. It's just like a very big fluffy brush. And then with that same brush, I'm grabbing the color Taste Buds, and I'm doing a very sheer layer of taste buds on the crease of my eye. I then went ahead and switched over to my Sigma E40 brush. This one is also a blending brush, but it's more precise, so it added more of that color to the outer corner and crease of my eye. I'm now switching color to a little bit of a darker one, still using my Sigma E40 brush. I'm patting the color stroke on the outer corner of my eyes, and then I'm doing subtle little motions to bring that color forward and blend it into the rest of the eye. You guys don't have to have these specific brushes, but great tools will help, so get yourselves some nice blending brushes that will get the job done. Alright, so let's start the fun. I'm grabbing my Sephora Collection number 15 brush and the color Divine, which is this beautiful silver. So I'm doing a little bit of a pat and rub, right? So as you see here, I'm patting the silver in, I'm rubbing, I'm distributing it. It took me a few layers, but I wanted to have a nice, even pigmented application, so that's why you see me going back and forth doing a clean line on the crease of my eye, and then you'll see me go back and grab more product and pat a little bit more of the product on so that it looks super even and super pigmented all over my eyelid. Just grab more and repeat until you're happy with the result. So then I wanted to intensify the crease of my eye, therefore I went with the darkest color in the palette, which as you can see is not that dark. I am using my Morphe M506 brush, and the color I grabbed is called Drizzle. So I am putting Drizzle in windshield wiper motions around that silver on the crease of my eye. To make sure that it doesn't leave any harsh lines, I'm going back with the E40 from Sigma and re-blending in windshield wiper motions on the crease. I went back to the color Divine and with my finger patted on my eyelid to get the most intense look. Ignore that yellow that you're seeing underneath my eyes because we are covering that up. I didn't like it. So what I did was I grabbed my E36 brush from Morphe, which is a very, very tiny detailed brush. And with the color Splash, I am just putting that as close to my lashes as I can and making a green line underneath for a pop of color. Went back with the color Divine and my number 15 brush from Sephora and put it in the inner corner. And now to blend out that green, I am using my Morphe M506 and I'm using the color Taste Buds to blend it out as a transition shade underneath as well. As you see, I like to build it and make it intense, so I went back a couple of times. I grabbed my Morphe M432 brush, which is a very tight brush, and I lined underneath my eyes with that green again with the brush wet because I wanted it more intense. I'm sorry I'm going back and forth. The rest of the looks are not like this. I just wasn't sure where I was going with this specific one. I promise you that the rest of the looks go by a lot smoother than this one. Alright, so here I grabbed my Morphe E36 and with the color Stroke, I'm wiping this one, like kind of sandwiching it in the middle of the two colors that I had laid down for a smooth transition. I had laid down a little bit of translucent powder underneath my eyes to clean up, and here I'm using my Sigma F35 to wipe the translucent powder from underneath my eyes. To finish it up, I'm using my Marc Jacobs eyeliner, the black color, and I'm lining the waterline of my eyes. And then it was time for mascara. Alright, so this is the finished eye look. I put the Marc Jacobs mascara on and I did not do like false lashes or anything because this is look number 1 of 5, so I don't want to have to put on lashes 5 times. I did it like this mainly because I really wanted to use the color Divine, which is that silver. The formula of the color Divine reminds me a lot of the formula in the original rose gold Huda Beauty palette that you like had to apply with your finger, but better because this one actually does apply with a brush as well. Okay, so to finish up this look, I went ahead and got the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the color Yummy. It is a very, very bright, like orangey shade. It matches the warm tones I put in my eye, of course, and it has a little bit of a sparkle to it, but it's not a metallic lipstick. I feel like it looks more matte than it does metallic. Anyways, and now comes the difficult part, which is when I have to wipe this off and do it all again. So I wanted to give my friend Nicole a shout out because she brought me goodies from Japan. She went on a trip to Japan, and you guys, how adorable are these Hello Kitty wipes? I have Japanese Hello Kitty wipes and I'm going to use them in between looks. Alright, so let's move on to look number 2. Okay, so after priming my eye, I got my Morphe M504 brush, the big fluffy brush. And with the color Subtle, I'm doing windshield wiper motions on the crease of my eye. I went back a couple of times until it was nice and even. I then switched to my Sigma E40 brush and I got the color Drizzle and I started putting it on the outer corner of the eye again. I pat it first and then start to blend it into the crease ever so slightly, and I go back and forth with the brush until you don't see any harsh lines on the eyelid, basically. So you're going to do some windshield wiper motions and then swipe back and forth until the color is intense as you want it and blended. I then grabbed my Sephora Collection number 15 brush. This is a flat brush. I love this one to work on my eyelid, and I'm using the color Snatch from the palette and just patting it on 2/3 of the eyelid. So I'm leaving the outer corner with just the dark color we had put there at first, and using this one and patting it from the center of the eye all the way to almost the inner corner of the eye. So now I'm going to start doing underneath the eye, and I went back to the Morphe M506 brush because this is a really tiny, super nice blending brush, and I'm grabbing the color Drizzle and I'm blending it back and forth underneath my eye. It is okay for it to look thick. You don't have to put it really close to your lash line, because this is going to give you a really nice like smoky look effect that makes your eye look bigger and it makes it look really pretty. I'm also intensifying the outer corner of the eye and making sure that I connect it at the ends. I then went and grabbed a very small flat brush, also from Morphe, the same one I used before, and I put it really close to my lashes so that there's no gaps, to intensify the look a little bit more. And then grabbing my E40 from Sigma, I'm making sure there's no harsh lines and nothing looks patchy. And here comes the fun part, you guys. This look is very, very, very simple, and it's my favorite one from all the ones that I created with this palette. You see when it's done and the lip is on, how pretty it looks. I'm grabbing my E36 from Morphe. This one's a very small pencil brush, and I'm grabbing the color Quench and putting it all over the inner corner of the eye. And here I'm applying a liner to the waterline of my eye. This is a kohl liner from NARS. I think it's like a navy blue, but I can't find the name of the color. And once again, it was time to apply mascara. This was extremely simple. As you saw, I used 4 colors total. And I still wanted to add a pop of color to the inner corner. I loved using the color Snatch, that glittery color all over my eyelid. It's really, really pretty. My only critique so far with the palette is that I wish there was a color darker than Drizzle right here. Drizzle is the color I used like on the outer corner of my eyes, and it's like a dark brown, but if it was darker, or if Jeffree had added a black to this palette, it would be perfect. Granted, I have tons of blacks that I can use to add onto this palette to deepen up any look, but the point of my video today is to create 5 looks using exclusively this palette and this palette only. You guys should let me know down below at the end of the video which look you liked better, from 1 to 5, you know? So let me apply a lipstick to go with this one. Why not? Let's do this one. This one, it's called Cherry Wet. Oh my god, I love this lipstick with this yellow in the inner corner. I did not expect me to like it like I'm liking it. My lipstick is not applied evenly. I'm so sorry about that. I feel like I overdrew my lips to look like Cheryl Blossom's lips, you know? She's got good lips. A little bit. I feel like a little bit. Okay, so this was Cherry Wet. I love that color. I love it with this look, which was very unexpected. This is look number 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and start on look number 3. So look number 3 is a very bright, colorful one. So I'm grabbing Quench, which is this super bright yellow, and I'm going to apply it as a transition color on the crease of my eyelid. I'm using my Morphe M504 to do this, windshield wiper motions as usual. And then with my Sigma E40, I'm grabbing the color Bitch. That's the name. And I'm putting it all over the crease of my eye as well, but a little bit lower than the yellow. And this brush is a little bit more precise, so it's not going to blow it out as much. So you just want to blend until you don't see where Bitch stops and Quench starts, and vice versa. Just make sure you don't have any harsh lines, guys. So in order to do that, I went back with my M504 and the color Quench and went over it again so that there were no harsh lines. Then I switched to my Sigma E55 brush. This is a really nice packing brush, and I'm grabbing the color Splash, which is this really nice like green color, and I am just patting all over my eyelid, not all the way to the end of my eyelid. I'm leaving a little bit of a space on the outer corner. And with my E36 from Morphe, I'm applying the color Filthy Rich to the inner corner of the eye for a nice blend there. I'm then going to work underneath my eye. I went back to my M506 from Morphe and the yellow color in the palette, and I'm just blowing it out underneath my eyes, back and forth, making it nice and intense. And then I went to the color Bitch with that same brush to intensify the outer corner so that we don't lose that nice orangey color on the outer corner, and so that it blends into the green a little bit better. With my flat M432 by Morphe, I'm grabbing the color Bitch and putting it underneath my eye as well, very close to my lash line, and blending it into the yellow color that we had laid there before. Then I went back to the blending brush, nothing else on it, just to make sure it blended, and mascara. Alright, so this is look number 3 with mascara applied. All over my eyelid is splash, which, let me tell you, is very pigmented. I like it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This one is a little different, but I dig it. So I had a lot of fun creating this one. I love these like more colorful looks that still are somehow flattering. Let's see what lipstick we want to do with this one. I feel like because this one is more colorful, we probably want to go with something nuder. So this one is Soft Serve. Let's try this one. I'm going to be honest, I don't love this color. I don't think I like it even. It just looks odd. I'm going to see if I can fix it. Let's do 818 like around it and see if that makes it better. I don't like 818 either. I'm taking it off because we're not gonna do that. Not today. Let's try something else. Let's do Coral Fixation. At least this one is going to match with the color Bitch on my crease. Okay, so this one is Coral Fixation. I like it better for this look. I gotta tell you, I feel like these Jeffree Star lipsticks are very hit and miss. Like this cherry wet one was amazing, like 100 out of 10. Like it was so good right away, but the rest of them have been okay. That cherry color though, oh, impressive. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off again, and let's move on to look number 4. For this one, I'm once again starting with my fluffy M504, and this time I'm grabbing the color Kumquat. So this one I am applying in windshield wiper motions all over the crease, and because this one is a little bit darker, once I build it up, I sometimes want to soften it. So to soften it, I'm going back to the color Parched, and I'm running it on the edges of it. I'm then just using the same brush to continue building that color Kumquat to the intensity that I wanted. So I just kind of went back and forth between the two shades so that it looked blended but it still looked intense. And then I grabbed a flat synthetic brush, my number 76 from Sephora collection, with the color Luck, and started patting it all over the eyelid, leaving a little bit of a space on the outer corner of the eye. I then went in with my finger to make sure it was as pigmented as it could be. I then grabbed my small fluffy brush, my Morphe M506, and the color Drizzle, and I started applying it on the outer corner, just patting and blending it a little bit. I went back with my bigger fluffy brush where I thought I needed to so that it would look nice and even, and in the inner corner I applied the color Filthy Rich. Underneath the eye, I used the color Submerge with my fluffy M506 from Morphe, and I started blending it back and forth like I did with the other looks. This color, even though it's beautiful, I don't think shows the same as it shows in the pan. It looks a little bit darker once you apply it. And here you see me just wiping some stuff off my face because my face makeup had already been through a lot at this point. I wet this tiny little brush and went back in with that blue color to intensify it very close to my lashes. And then once again, mascara. Alright, so this is look number 4. I had to do it twice. Kill me. So basically I was almost halfway done with it and I realized that my camera was not recording. So I had to wipe off one eye and do it again. So as of right now, I've used every single color except for this one. So I'm going to make sure I use it for the last look so that you guys can see how all the colors perform basically. My eyes feel a little bit watery because of all the rubbing and they're kind of on fire. So I am glad that I only have to take this off one more time and then I can put it on and leave it for a while and then wash my whole face off later. That's where my mind is, on washing my face. And for this one, because I did the blue underneath, I thought I would do this lipstick here. This one is called Huntington Beach. Okay, so here it is with the blue lipstick applied. I think this makes my teeth look very yellow, but it's fun nonetheless. So here is look number 4. Alright, so to start the last look, finally, we're grabbing the color Parched and putting it all over the crease of the eye. And then we're going to follow it up with the color Bitch on the same big, fluffy Morphe brush. And I'm going to intensify this color until my heart is happy. I'm going to just do back and forth windshield wiper motions. Just make sure it's not streaky, that you don't see any stripes, that you don't see any blotchiness going on. So what you do is you blend, and then when you feel like you need to add more, you go back and you add a little bit more until nothing looks out of place anymore. I'm then going back with the color Parched, and I'm taking it on the edge to soften it a little bit because I went a little bit too ham. And with my number 15 brush from Sephora collection, I'm grabbing the color Plunge, which is the last color that we had to use, and I am just patting all over my eyelid, leaving the outer corner blank so that we can add other colors there later. And I'm just building up this color to the best of its intensity with this brush. This one applied really easily with the brush. I then went to my smaller Morphe blending brush and the color Drizzle one more time, and I put it on the outer corner and also on the inner corner of the eye because I was going for a little bit of a halo eye with this one. So you see that the outer corner and the inner corner are both a little bit dark, and then I'm going around it so that we could intensify it. You saw how much fallout there was, so I was just wiping it off then, and then blend until nothing looks out of place. I wet the brush, and then I went one more time in with that color to see if it could become more intense. I can barely tell the difference. In the inner corner of the eye, I used the color Divine. Ooh, yes, look at that silver. That's so pretty. And then underneath, I use the color Drizzle on a flat type brush, and I smoked it out with the color Bitch so that it would mimic the way it looked at the top. Back and forth windshield wiper motions until all is blended. And for the last time, some mascara. Right, so this is look number 5, finally. I love this one. You guys know I would probably pair this with a nude because I am boring, but I have one last lipstick from Jeffree to try, and it's this one here. So this is the one we're going to use. This one is called Fudge Pop. So let's put it on, and this is a metallic lipstick, I can tell. This is the finished look right here, look number 5. Alright guys, so that is all for this video. Make sure you vote down below. Let me know which look did you like better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just comment the number of the look you like better so that I know what your opinion is. Make sure to let me know that if this video was helpful, and make sure to let me know if you want me to turn this into a series and which palette would you like me to use for the series as well. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of palettes that I can do, a lot of looks that I could do with them. So make sure that you put it in the comments down below. I read all my comments, I reply to all my comments, so you're guaranteed a response from me. So make sure you like this video if you like it, and if you're new here, my name is Patty. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, ring the notifications bell so that you see when I upload, because I don't have a set schedule. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!